Okay, today we're going to do a little video on how to change the headlight, remove the headlight on your Range Rover L322. So this is for the cars with the sort of square headlight where you've got this straight line down here against the grille, and it may be part of an upgrade or changing the headlight lens. You need to remove the headlight, so we'll show you how to do that now. Just I'll pass the camera over to Tom. Right, what we've done on this video, because it all gets a bit black and murky in the engine bay, we've coloured the bolts that you'll need to remove in. Now before we get onto the bolts, the first thing we need to do is remove this side light assembly. Now if you take a peek down in through the top here, you'll see there's a little, thank you Tom, Tom's got the torch out, you'll see there's this little bit, if I point to it here, there, okay? And what you've got to do is, it's like a wing nut. So you've got these little bits here, and you spin that out. You've got to take it completely out, okay? Careful you don't drop it when it's at the end. There you go. Right, so that's the little thing there. So it's just like a wing nut to give you easy access, okay? And then this side light assembly will pull forward, okay? So I'll show you. Let me just take the connectors off. So we've got two connectors. Again, we've got the push tabs on here that you have to squeeze at the back, okay, and then pull out. They're foolproof. You can't get them back on the wrong one, so don't worry too much about those, okay? So that's the side light assembly out. Now this here, you can move this, and this adjusts how your side light sits. So if you're buying one of these, you may need to just move that, and that'll give you some adjustment of how it sits against the wing. Okay, so that's that. And the other bit I wanted to show you here was these clips here. You've got these one here and one here, and what they do is they dock in to these two little channels on the headlight. So you've got one up here and one in there. So when you're putting it back in, make sure you line those up and get that in. Okay, so that's the side light indicator assembly removed. Okay, so back to removing the headlight. So now you can see the bolts. It's held in with 4 bolts. So we've got 1, 2. Now removing the side light has exposed the 3rd, and then the 4th one is in down there. I'll get my finger on it there. Okay, and you'll need a long socket for that. But let's do the top 2 first. Let's do the easy ones first. So we've got a 10mm socket, and we'll just whip these 2 out. So again, yeah, your bolts on your car won't be orange, unfortunately. So, well, they might be orange with rust, but okay. So there's the 2. Now these 2 are different to the bottom 2. So the 10mm ones are the top fixings. Okay. Then what we need to do is we've got an 8mm sort of super duper extended socket combination here. You could do it with a Phillips, but I recommend trying to get the socket on it if you can. Okay, so obviously we didn't need quite the length for this one, but you'll see on the next one where I went to such lengths to get it. Okay, so these are 8mm, and these are the bottom fixings, and they've got this sort of cross head as well. Okay, so that's one of those. Okay, and then we'll go down. So we're going down through next to the power steering pump bracket. Okay, and it might be different on cars with a different engine, but I'm pretty sure that certainly the headlights are all the same. So now I've chosen to do it on the easy side. The other side may be more complicated, and we'll have a look at that, and we might put some notes at the end of the video about what you need to do there. So carefully there, try not to drop it. We've pulled up the 2nd bolt. So both bottom fixings are the same, but they're different to the top fixings. Right, okay. So now the headlight, one more thing we've got to do. Right, we need to remove the front wiper. So if you've got wipers fitted, you've got to pull this plastic cap back. Now it may well be seized, the plastic cap. They can be a bit fragile, those. And then you need to remove the wiper arm. So it's a 10mm socket. Okay, and then you spin that nut off. So we remove the nut and the cap. Over on the bench. Right, now this is on a spline, so you need to remove the arm and give it a bit of a wiggle. Now arms we've taken off to practice, but if you wiggle it up and down like so, you'll release it off this conical spline here. Okay? so that's the wiper arm assembly removed. Okay, now the headlight's going to come out. Now what you'll notice is that the headlight assembly, this spindle won't come out. So as we start, and what you've got to do is lift it and slide it forwards. So okay, and then it might just catch a little on the bumper lip. Okay, you need to just give it a bit of a wiggle. Okay, like so. Okay. Right, and then we'll take this connector off and I'll just show you a couple of other things. So push down on the tab at the top, okay, to remove the connector. Okay, so notice on these early headlights you've got the 9-way connector. They changed on the later model, okay. But you'll see that your headlight, when you take your headlight out, your wiper assembly, so if you've got problems with your wiper motor and that assembly, that exposes all of that there. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you was on the bottom, what we've got here is we've got these two little, just move the wire, you've got this one, sorry Tom, I keep moving, you've got this here and this here, which are arrows, guides that go into these two guides on the headlight. You've got one here and one here. So when you put it back on, make sure that you line those up and slide that back on. But that's your headlight assembly there removed.